Hey, you guys, this is official business. I'm here with K9 Proceeds, and we are going to go over the benefits of having man's best friends with you while you travel down the highway. Hey, you guys, y'all here with official business. Today we got a special guest on the show, Nick Lovin with K9 Proceeds.
What's good with you, baby? I appreciate you letting me have a little bit of time on your stuff. Thanks for showing.
Oh, nah, not a problem, brother. I was quite intrigued on what you do and what K9 Proceeds is all about.
Well, what I do here at K9 Proceeds, I just pretty much, I have fun. I'm a grown man and get to play outside with the dogs and get dirty. Almost like how kids used to be. I'm just grown, I get to do it now. But what we do at K9 Proceeds, we pretty much we do basic obedience training. Nothing too hectic unless we need to, but it's just basic and fun obedience, which sit, stay, come. It's just regular stuff that normal people would like to have for their animals to be under what they call control.
Yeah.
It's just something basic. A lot of people don't want to sit and do any type of working, so I do it.
So, one of the things I've noticed that it has a lot of benefits for truckers out there, especially truckers that drive solo.
Oh yes, especially what we kind of specialize in is the women truckers. It works very well for them because a lot of people who have dogs, they usually, especially when it's girls, they like to have small dogs.
Yeah.
And so let's say they like a Pomeranian or like a Shih Tzu or something like that. And over here, K9 Proceeds, we call them the Warners.
Dogs, what is a Warner?
Them dogs that make all the noise. They alert the whole neighborhood of what's going on. But a lot of them, they won't never actually engage with them unless they're, let's say, the ones who got the Napoleon complex. Them little ones who
got the little monsters,
little bitty monsters who ain't
ankle
scared.
Eaters,
the ankle biters. They not scared of nobody, and they come for you. They come for you with bad intentions. So a lot of women who bring us their dogs, they usually have those smaller dogs, and them dogs already have bad temperaments from the jump.
No, what about, are there benefits, or can you explain the benefits of having a much bigger dog inside of your truck?
Now, the benefits of having a bigger dog is the main one is security. You wind up getting rid of over 50% of a threat. You end up getting rid of over 50% of a threat when you got that. It's just intimidation. It don't matter if you got a big mutt. You can have a big Lassie dog. You got anybody who thinking about doing some type of harm to you or to your property, they see this big old Lassie dog, don't nobody want no trouble with no animal that's 30, 40 plus pounds. Even if it's not intimidating, you can get you a dog out the pound. If that dog is willing to snarl up his mouth and show some teeth and bark, you'll wind up having 50% of people like, I'm gonna go to the next truck, man. I don't want no problem with this goddamn dog.
Oh man, now is it tips and tricks you could let people know about if they decide to get a bigger dog or get a dog to put in their truck? Some things like small things, what they need to be aware of.
The most important thing about getting any type of dog, size, big or small, you need to have an awareness of self, of who you are. Like, what type of person are you actually? Are you somebody who likes to move around? Are you like somebody who likes to stay inside the truck? You need to know who you are. What's your personality? Are you an outdoorsy type? You somebody who want to be outside when it's like -2 up in Colorado walking the dog? Or you somebody who like to sit in the truck and just chill out? So you need to figure out what type of person you are first before you actually want to get an animal. But once you have established who you are, then you tailor-made what type of dog you want. You want let's say if you want a bigger dog and you don't really like going outside, get you one of them expensive dogs that don't do nothing, like a Frenchie or like a Bulldog or something. They expensive as hell, and they like a showpiece, but they don't do nothing. You ain't got to do a lot of interaction with them as far as outside work because they're not built for that.
But what about with warnings? What if a driver, let's say a driver is somewhere that they are unfamiliar with, and somebody's walking around the truck?
Now that almost any dog will give you a warning. Now a lot of dogs won't do nothing with that warning other than hey, somebody out here. You like, all right, cool with it. Go out there, open the door, and motherfucker looking at you. I ain't going out there. I ain't going out there. I'm telling you to come on outside. So I mean, majority of dogs, if you open the door up and it's an intruder outside, they looking at you trying to figure out why you ain't out there. Like a lot of people think that if I get a dog, it's gonna automatically protect me. No, man, that ain't how.
Really?
That's not how.
I used to believe that. Like, you gonna get a dog, and you good. You know, gonna buy one of those nice dogs that looks nice and mean. And
Well, I mean, luckily you didn't ever have to find out that your thought was wrong. Luckily, I can tell it. You still telling me right now. I thought that. That let me know you never had to get encountered with that thought to be tested. So
Yeah.
I have.
yeah,
I found out the hard way that this damn dog that I got won't do nothing.
Man, tell us about it, man.
I was younger, and I had a Rottweiler, a big old Rottweiler.
Now that's a vicious dog.
Very, very vicious. Those are people eaters. They'll bite a person's ass without no problem. They won't do nothing to their own kind. So in the neighborhood where I was living at, I had this big Rottweiler. My papa had him, and he let me go walk him or whatnot. And up the street, they had a German Shepherd. I think his name was Beanie. Either way it go, Beanie was known for whooping people ass in my neighborhood. We knew this here from a jump. We knew to stay on the other side of the street because Beanie could scale this fence if he decided to.
Okay.
Well, I think my papa named that dog. I think his name was Satan. He was a tall American Rottweiler. He wasn't a German. He was American, so he kind of sleek with it.
Yeah.
And I was walking with him, and now mind you, Satan whoop any people ass without no problem. He barking at kids, grown ups, no problem. That's not an issue. We got next to where I think it was Beanie. We got where his cage was at. I mean his fence, and we walking past, and he just running back and forth, just hollering or whatever, like he normally do, just all on it. We get halfway through the fence line. Beanie decided he tired of running back and forth because my dog is also acting with him. He pulling on the chain, going back and forth with him. Beanie decided, no, I'm about to test your nuts. Beanie run back and forth, and then Beanie scared the fence.
Oh.
Right when Beanie scared the fence, usually this is not nothing new. Beanie has always scared this fence, and every time Beanie scared the fence, the whole neighborhood clear the fuck out.
Yeah.
This time didn't need to clear the fuck out.
Why not?
I got Satan with me.
You got your security.
I got security next to me. I got this big ass Rottweiler. He about taller than this German Shepherd. I ain't got to worry about it.
Okay.
I had everything to worry about because that big ass German Shepherd usually go after people, but I didn't know he was dog aggressive too. His ass hopped the fence, see me walking. Satan quit barking by the time he hopped the fence. This big motherfucker stopped barking and was just stern. That immediately threw up a sign at me like, okay, he's focused now. He focused on this big motherfucker.
Yeah, he about to engage.
That's coming. And I'm watching Beanie ass, looking dead at me while he coming. Usually I've been to tow my ass by now. Right when I seen Beanie jump out of the tow out, I got Satan next to me. I ain't got to run. I'm good where I'm at. I decide that I'm going to sit and watch him. His ass come dead for me. Satan, I guess he, quote unquote, saved my life because he decided to bark.
Yeah.
And right when he barked, he threw that German Shepherd focus off me right into him. And when I saw him run dead into Satan's ass and curled his ass up, I looked at him. I got to get out of here. I got to get the fuck out of here.
He buying you some time, baby.
He bought me all the time. I ran my ass back down to the house because I wasn't number like a few blocks from my granny house. I go back down there and let my papa know what was going down. He come out there and fixed everything. He got the dog situated because, I'm, 13, 14.
Yeah.
Papa and them, they in their 50s or 60s. I forgot how old they was at that time. They ain't scared of the dog. He come out there, grab his dog, pick him up, while he hollering, screaming like a cur, and then he just kicked the other little dog off, like, go on, get up out of here. Yeah. Beanie look at him and just hop back in the fence and go on. My neighbor, my papa knew Beanie them. He knew the neighbor, so he wasn't worried about him doing nothing. So he wound up shooting him on off. He go back to his house and he come back home. That's when I realized all dogs not finna protect you the way I thought it would. Because even though he technically protected me by focusing,
yeah, he sacrificed
by taking the ass whooping.
Yeah, he got that. Yeah.
But he took the ass whooping though.
But hey, by mistake.
I know.
I bet you that motherfucker won't bark again.
He never tried Beanie ever again. Matter of fact, every time we walk down that street, because I did still walk on the street, walk down that street, he wouldn't walk on the curb. Well, if I'm on this side of the street where Beanie's at, he would never be over here on this side. He would always pull to this side. He didn't want no problem with Beanie. Beanie didn't ever bark at him no more neither, because I guess Beanie already showed him you ain't nothing.
What made you, what inspired you to start up K9 Proceeds?
Man, like I said, I was just a fan of animals. Like I like all dogs. I like them all, whether it's a mutt, whether it's a full blood. I like all dogs, and I like playing with them, like interacting with them. So I just kept it up like that because it was just something to do, man. I didn't want to sit in the house a whole lot. I wound up getting a little belly when I was a few years back. I wound up getting a belly from just chilling because I didn't have no dog, and it reminded me as to the reason why I stayed so fit when I was younger. I always had a dog around, and before we had social media or whatnot, I was out in the streets, and my social media was put the dog on the chain, and I'm walking the streets, and I'm finna just see the neighborhood. That's how I learned how to. That's how I learned my compass in my head. Like
Yeah.
I would get a dog wherever I lived at. I would have a dog, get him on the chain, and I go walk the streets, and that's how I learned where my surroundings was. So I would walk different streets, and I figure out back streets. I figure out where alleys was at. I learned that. That's how I figured out if I'm in a new section, take a dog, walk it, and I can figure out where I'm at mentally in my mind compass to where I know how to get. I know shortcuts and stuff. So that's the benefits of it that I liked.
And also working out, because a lot of truckers out there, they are trying to figure out smarter ways to work out, or figure out ways to work out. Some of them like dogs too.
But think of it like this here. I let the people know, a couple of the chicks and a few dudes, I don't even tell them that they're working out. I don't even tell them that it's exercise. I just tell them, just walk the dog. And I know for a fact, because I lived it, that's an exercise. People think of walking as a chore, which it is. You do it in your life all day, every day.
Yeah.
But if you have to do it for, I want to drop 2 pounds, you don't want to walk. Now, mind you, you do, I forgot how many steps it takes for you to burn so many calories, but you do that daily, especially if you're at your job. Anyone who has a job that's like an office job, or like especially a warehouse job, you're burning calories all day, every day. You just don't know it because you're walking and you're getting paid. But when you got to walk for yourself, like, hey, I need for you to walk 1 mile every day for 30 days
Man,
straight.
I'm not walking
They
1
not-
mile with a dog.
Nobody finna do that shit. Not knowing you're already doing I would say at your job, you probably do 1.5 miles back and forth from your desk to your office to your car to your bed. You do enough walking throughout the day, from right when you wake up in the morning, walking through your household
Yeah.
to get your stuff in order, get the kids in order, get your man
got
in
you.
order, and get to the car. Like, you doing that walk already anyway.
Yeah.
It's just that in order for you to try to do it with a purpose, you're not gonna want to do that. I'm already knowing you making these steps regardless, because it's your life. You have to do it. But if I tell it to you, you're not gonna want to do it. If anybody knew that they walking, well, I'm sorry. If a lazy person knew that they was able to walk 1 mile every day on purpose, they'll quit walking.
Wow.
They ain't gonna want to do it. Like, I don't want to do that, man.
What? So, with that, now I've heard that dogs are a great stress reliever for somebody that's really, need that companion, need to bring that woo-saw.
Yeah.
That woo-saw.
Yeah, they really are, man. It's just touching the dog, the pheromones they're giving off, what you giving off is just an excitement of it. Just doing that by itself, that creates a stress reliever for you. Because let's say if you had like a bad day, your job on your ass, your boss on your ass, your old lady, whatever it is, once you get to that dog that ain't seen you all day or probably saw you 20 minutes ago, you got all this pent up frustration in you, but you ain't showing it. That dog come to you and put their head in your lap, you just get to petting it, and it's just happy. Everything that you're going through just flow through that dog, and it flow through the dog, all that frustration you can't tell, and that dog tail wagging, he just throwing it right up out of there. He throwing all that bad energy right up out into the world. So you just getting it all up out of you through him, like, oh hey, and he just happy up from doing this, and the tail moving around. You transferring all that negative energy into the top of that dog head, his spine, right through his tail, and he's shaking this shit out. That's just how it is.
Man, I never had thought of it that way.
That's how it is. That's how they use them certain type of dogs for I think they not rescue dogs, them service dogs. They take them to like hospitals and stuff like that for cancer patients. People just happy to see an animal. Can't take cats. Cats don't give a shit. I like them, but cats don't want you fucking with them when they don't want to be bothered with.
Yeah.
But a dog, you take a dog no matter what kind it is, whether you got a Great Dane, a Pit Bull, a Pomeranian, it don't matter, man. You take a dog that's happy with people, and you bring them into somebody who having a hard time. Once they get next to that dog, they happy. And if they get to touch that dog and that dog is showing interest in them and what they doing, they happy. Even if the dog ain't showing no interest in them, the person is able to be happy with this dog because this dog is showing some type of sign of, hey, I'm here with you. I'm going through this.
I see why they call it the dog the man best friend. Man best friend.
It is your best friend. It is your best friend.
All right, man. Well, thank you again, K9 Proceed. Hey, you guys, tell people where they can find you at, follow you.
Well, this your boy Nick Levin. Like I said, you can find me at K9 Proceeds on Instagram. It's K9 Proceeds. Proceeds, not Proceeds. It's K9 PROSEEDS. That's because we bring puppies on up to adults. Proceeds is from from the seeds, from in the ground to once it sprout up. K9 Proceeds.
All right, man. Thank you, man.
Thank you, baby.
All right then, brother.